and your entire life is hanging in this job.
Was this?
That was the big surprise when I landed. I remember my mom telling your dad couldn't sleep for 2 days. I would have been a fourth generation lawyer. Who said I am going to do law? Then he looked at me in the eye. I can see the man's condition was, I will not pay you any capitation fees.
You do what you love, then that's going to be the best output you can get in life.
Exactly. Of trusting my guts, and I was fairly sure that I can definitely. Also, this gut feeling of I just apply to, I'll definitely get through one. Exactly same thing. I got through one.
Man, your gut is amazing. Seriously,
Yeah,
that
I know.
you draw a lot
I leave too much to chances. Started off as a fat kid. I was 18 years old. I was paying. First of all, to answer your first question, it was like freedom. The rude awakening came in the first semester. I thought, yeah, I had it. I had a first class with distinction in India. I'll crack this. Go sit 5 exams, 3 fail, 2 pass in the kitchen.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, because I
One
wanted
of
to
the
cook.
one of the chef dream is coming true now.
Kind of, yeah. And you. That's when I realized how much it was helpful when the seniors took me on the very first day.
Work hard, party harder, but balance.
Exactly. Please balance. Then I said, April is the cutoff.
Hello, and welcome back to your neighborhood stories. I'm your host Ayush. Imagine being the only one in the room who believes in you. Your father expected a law degree, you chose machines. Your friends doubted Germany, the 2008 crisis laughed at your CV. And one night while walking home alone through a Swiss snowstorm, that's when you started wondering and doubting yourself. We all have our versions of Swiss snowstorm, and that makes you ask the question, क्या सच में ये सब worth it था? Today's guest is Govind, a mechanical engineer who went from shocking his own father in a classroom to scrubbing dishes in Swiss kitchen to build exactly what he dreamed for, back home on his own terms. This story is about grit. This story is about challenging everyone and what happens when you keep walking even when the snow is up to your knees. Enjoy the story. Hi Govind, how are you?
Very good evening, Ayush. I'm very fine.
Just before we get started and I start asking my questions, I would just request you to give a kind of a 2 minutes intro of yourself, where you're coming from, so that everybody who's listening and who's looking at us right now gets to know you.
Yeah, thanks. So, as you started, name was Govind, but the official name is Ramanathan. So, for people who are watching the video, some might get confused, but this is the thing, the official part, unofficial. The Ramanathan is my grandfather name, so Govind is the calling one. Yeah, from a town called Tenkasi, which translates to South Kasi, which is about 600 kilometers down south of Bangalore, which is starting off Western Ghats. That's where I grew up. I was born in Chennai. Did my schooling in the town in Kutralam, very famous from my hometown with the waterfalls, and my hometown temple is also quite famous. It's Akasi Viswanatha temple. So did my schooling, then I came to the famous temple city Madurai, did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering, and then left Mother India in 2005 to Germany to do my master's. Then finishing master's, I worked in paradise of the world, Switzerland, for 3 years, and came down back to my second home, which is Germany again. And in 2016, I came back to India for good. And the whirlwind of family life and everything started. But so far, so good. Kids, bikes, pets, and no wife. It's all good. So that's me in a nutshell. Still working as a mechanical engineer.
I just wanted to touch base upon what happened in 10th standard, because what I know for sure is that you are coming from a family of lawyers, right? When you're coming from lawyers, a family of lawyers, the expectation is that you also become one, right? So, how did you, number one, two questions here. Number one, how did you figure out your passion for mechanical engineering, cars in general? And number two, how did you convince your dad? Because that must have been a task for sure.
Well, actually, to answer the question in the start, it was a big expectation because I would have been a fourth generation lawyer because great grandfather, grandfather, father, uncle, cousins, nephews, nieces. It's a big lawyer family. And nevertheless, as any kid, young kid, you always like your cars when you are young. The passion kept going. My father used to, we had couple of vehicles which when gets repaired, or my father's motorcycle, take it with him to the repair center, do it along with those guys. Somehow the passion kept going, and around my fifth standard, we got a television first time. And when we got the cable, I started watching the extreme machines in Discovery Channel or National Geographic. There were a couple of late night beautiful videos on World War II machineries, and that kind of kept the passion kept going on going. And yeah, when 10th standard came, 10th standard exam finished, father comes and is like, which course? I said PCM. He's like, why do you want to do that? Don't you want to do commerce and go to law? I said, who said I am going to do law? Then he looked at me in the eye. I can see the man's, let's say, bright expression shrinking slowly. But he said, okay, I'm not going to force you. You are on your own. Yes. But the baseline condition was, I will not pay you any capitation fees.
For the entirety of your education?
Yeah, in the sense, he said, you get a merit seat on your own strength, go into the college, then you are in. Else, you are going to study law on my wish.
Ooh.
So he said, yeah, challenge, let's take, challenge accepted, let's go for it. Of course, I did thankfully crack. Back then, we had the entrance exam specific for Tamil Nadu, like CET here. We had the TNPCE.
No, but before even we go to that
Yeah.
examination,
Yeah.
I just wanted to take a step back because you mentioned a very interesting moment
Yeah.
that your father looked you in the eye.
Yeah.
You are just passing 10th.
Yes.
I have seen your father,
Yes.
right? I am a full grown adult, but I'm still for some reason afraid of uncle because of his
He's a
stature,
stature.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
he's what, 6?
He is 6'2",
6'2"?
120. Back then, he was pretty
Yeah.
solid built. Yeah.
I mean, leave the physical stature aside, but what was going on in your head when he was looking into your eyes, you being just in class 10, just passing class 10th, what was going on in your head that, oh my God, I'm going to get a whack or something? Or how do I convince my dad that this is the love of my life?
That is a good point. He always made sure that we were on our own and we get to see the world in the sense of experience it in any possible thing. So I knew that coming to my dad and telling that I want to study mechanical engineering, I was pretty sure that yes, he would be a bit disappointed that I didn't want to choose law. At the same time, I was also quite sure that he would stand by my decision. Of course, he will throw in his surprises, which I expected, and it came in. And so my gut feeling worked there. So I said that this is what I liked, this is what is my passion, I want to go in. And then he said, yes, fine. Then the course started 11th, 12th.
No, but then you drew your confidence from a point of view that I have maybe seen a little bit of the world. Thanks to you, Dad. I have seen a little bit of the world. I'm fairly confident on my abilities of what I can do, what I cannot do, what I like, what I not like. And that is where you drew that confidence when he was
Yeah.
looking into your eyes and you said, no, I'll still go for mechanical.
Exactly.
Very
Absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now on to where you were going with the examination.
Yeah, so the examination happened, and we have that was the second year when the Tamil Nadu government introduced the single window system entry, and so we were in the Tiruchi Regional Engineering College back then, and finally I got a seat in the college where I studied in Madurai, and it was a merit seat. So dad was very happy, proud moment. My son cracked it because coming from a open competition, you need to have above 90 plus, everything, all those things are there. But anyway, it is a difficult task. It's done. Then he slowly told me like, yeah, I think I have also had a plan B for you. If at all you did not crack, I did had a reserved seat for you, but good that you got it. So all good.
Typical dad will not tell the plan B first because they know their son. They will go for the plan B.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think I made him proud in that sense, and then all went well. Then on.
But so by this point, you have also realized, given the exposure to the mechanic servicing that you were doing, and then the Extreme Machines, which by the way was one of my favorite shows also growing up. That was the pull towards the machines, because engineering had different streams to it. I'm pretty sure by the time you started your engineering, maybe computer science would have started to pick up or would have been very famous, right? So then also you took a very bold decision that no, it's not computer science. I'm not going to go with the sheep's herd, and I'm going to do my mechanical.
Actually, this did happen. So that was 2001. IT boom just started. So everybody was like, I just need to get into an engineering college. And everybody was like, which course you take, I take, you take. Doesn't lena dena kuch nahi tha. And I still remember first year, first semester, you are sitting, people are like still speaking about who got placed in the last campus recruitment. Oh, TCS took so many people, Wipro took so many people. I was like, yeah, sure. What were the mechanical companies who came? And I was looking still at it. I knew that, yeah, because somehow deep inside it was like, this is where I'm comfortable. I like it. And if I like something and I do it, I would probably going to put in the best effort of mine as well.
Correct. वो सबके लिए ट्रू होता है गोविंद कि अगर आपको if you do what you love, then that's going to be the best output you can get in life.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Correct. And but the amazing thing I'm discovering right now is that by the time you went into engineering, you have already taken two big decisions based on your gut.
Yes.
Number one, asking your father.
Yes.
Number two, that I'm not going to go with computer science.
Yes.
Mechanical engineering is the love.
Correct.
Amazing.
Yeah.
By in that age, to have that kind of a mindset to go against the flow of the river so much is commendable.
Yeah. So I was trusting my guts and I was fairly sure that I can definitely do well. And then I think let's go with the flow. What happens, we'll see. Definitely that again going back to that bus trip, I was like, will happen. We'll find the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's a good way to put the bus trip also.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, amazing. What are the kind of challenges that you faced in your engineering?
Yeah.
Just getting to the point of finishing engineering, how was your engineering life?
Actually, engineering life was quite nice, I would say, because I started off as a fat kid. I was 18 years old. I was weighing around 80 kgs, fat belly, blah, blah, blah. And the only thing I regret was that I was a day scholar, because my father had anticipated something and moved the family to Madurai. So my mother, sister, myself, we lived there. Apart from that, it was a good sail through. Grades were great, all okay. And the physique became good because I started training, went to the gym regularly, controlled the food, everything. That was the first time I lost weight. Now the second one is running, but that was the first time. I was in NCC, everything was good.
Oh, NCC as well?
Yeah, I was in NCC.
Do tell why?
Because my first career choice, though mechanical engineering to study, was to join the army.
Oh.
And in the second year of my engineering, I came to know that I was medically unfit.
Okay.
And that was one hard moment which hit me hard, because I knew that it's not going to happen. Then I said, again, go with the flow.
But again, just going back, so when you decided to go for the NCC with the thought process that one day you're going to join the armed forces, when was this?
It was on the same first day of this was in 12th standard. So my father asked me, what are your career choices? Yes, now that you have cracked everything, you are going to engineering and all fine, as dad as he is. Now what are the things? So I said first is army. He was also fully supportive. He was like, yes, perfect, I want you to go. Second, he said, what else? If not, I said either automobile industry or aeronautical industry or whatever it is, I'll figure it out. He said, fine. What's third? I said, if not, I'll become a chef. Because my mom back then was running a bakery, and I was also interested in cooking by then, till now also. And so third thing, I said chef. Then he said hotel management. He was like, fine.
But given that these are the choices that you
decided for myself.
Correct, decided for yourself, and was recently developed. Wasn't that since the beginning of your childhood you were very much into armed forces?
Yeah.
Why did it crush you so much?
No, that's the thing, right? The armed forces was always there. It was
always there.
It was always there.
Okay.
Armed forces plus mechanical engineering, all those things were there, including the cooking. Because like I said, mom was having the bakery, so we used to Christmas time go and help her. Let's say, was a good motivation, and it was also logical choice, because as I always said, I didn't want to go with the sheep. I had what I liked, and so that I know I could also survive. And that's why the armed forces was so deep in the heart. And when I came to know it's not going to happen, it was like painful. But I said, okay, so that's what it is. I have to accept it.
But by that time, you have lost your weight. Must have been a
Yeah,
journey for sure.
I came down from 80 to 61 and then went all the way up to 71 again. But I was quite fit. I was able to do about like 10 pull-ups, 5K run, NCC helped, all those things was there. And then, of course, the next part I will tell you what happened later.
Sure. Looking forward to it. Now let's talk about, okay, so the engineering is done. Mechanical engineer achieved. Yay. What is the next part in life?
That's when the fun started. So around second year and third year starting, the question started coming again from father and mother, like, what are you going to do? He said, I'm pretty happy, but I probably want to do a master. And like, where? I said, Germany. They were like, what are you talking? I was like, yeah, Germany. Why? Because Germany is mainly automobile. Back then, German cars were doing good. And
The
even
hub
now.
of yeah,
And it's a
mechanical
hub of
engineering.
mechanical engineering, not just cars, machinery,
Correct.
even aircrafts as well.
Oh, yes.
If like language, that I'll figure it out. By then, Germany had just started to open up with English master programs.
Which year was this?
That was 2000, around 2000s and 2002s, 3s.
So no Google Translates of the world.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely
Back then,
not.
Google itself was coming. That was
Correct.
the time when Google Gmail started
Huh.
by only invite.
Huh. Correct.
If you remember, around my third year engineering, 2004, my current email ID, everybody was like, Gmail. And I was like,
How do
hey,
I get
please,
Gmail?
yeah, hey, you got an invite, so you can invite 10 more people.
Correct.
For the Gen Zs who are listening now, they will be laughing at us, but yeah,
No,
that's
they
how life
also
was.
have apps where you get invite only permissions.
Yeah, but
to start
for
with.
Gmail, you have to
I
think
know,
back
yeah.
then. Our internet was luxury back then. We used to go to internet cafes to sit for 1 hour to see it. But yes.
Let's not go to internet cafes.
Yeah.
Let's stop there.
Yeah, no, I did have to go because the internet speed in my college was a bit wobbly. So to search for universities,
Oh, you had to go there.
I had to go there.
But my point with that question was, I mean, at that point in time, in Germany also, right now in Germany, a lot of people speak English. You can easily go by if you know English. Right? At that point in time, I don't think so that so many people would know English. You have to know German. Given you are just right now in Trichy, how did you figure out कि मैं सीख लूँगा जर्मन और फिर वहाँ जाके I'll be able to figure it out? It's not an easy language.
I'll come to all those things. So, point is right. So I did start in third year to take little bit of German courses, but of course it didn't help at all the first day I landed. I thought I can make a conversation, but the way they started speaking back, like, yeah, fine,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Some year I started learning German. I zeroed in on 2 universities which I wanted to apply, and I said I will first study automobile engineering or automotive engineering, and then I found out that I required IELTS and GRE. Somehow just didn't prepare it as I always would do, or the people for America. That's also another big boon back then. So you don't need a big score. So got this thing done and just applied.
And then you got selected.
And luckily, yeah, but of course that is also this gut feeling of I just applied to, I'll definitely get through one. Exactly same thing happened. I got through one.
Man, your gut is amazing. Seriously.
Yeah, I know.
You draw a lot
I leave too much to chances.
No, but you are, I wouldn't say lucky that way, but you have your hard work to back it up.
Yes.
Correct. Before this, did you, because back then, I don't know, I also have not traveled much in air. Did you travel a lot from air before?
My first aeroplane flight was on 16th August 2001. Sitting in Lufthansa.
You directly went to international first flight?
Straight away. And back then again, India's Independence Days and Republic Day plus and minus 1 day was
security heavy.
Exceeding security, meaning your parents cannot come inside the airport to like say you bye-bye. So I had a problem with overweight. I had to get money, so I couldn't go out. Somehow got the money in pay. Wow. It was fun time.
How was it sitting in that flight, not knowing anything? Like, I remember my first flight very vividly. Like it happened just yesterday. I was excited. I did not know what is a runway, what is a taxiway, and my mother was sitting next to me and she was telling me everything. And I was a little kid, and I mean, I'm still a little kid when I go into aeroplanes. But how did it feel for you, given कि आज तक कभी plane में नहीं बैठे हैं, अचानक से international travel हो रहा है, सीधा, and it must be 8 hour flight, 8-9 hours
Yeah,
flight,
it was a 9 hour flight.
direct
Yeah.
flight,
Yes.
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt, yes.
Correct. So then सीधा एक बार में 9 hours का flight है. I mean, how did you pull that off?
It was a lot of things rushing into you, right? First of all, to answer your first question, it was like freedom. Yay, I am out.
Correct.
And of course, sitting in the plane took off, went, everything. It was just excitement on the one side, satisfied. Hey, yes, good. One part done. Now let's go. Next one. I wanted to specifically also go to Germany on the second thing because I wanted to become a motorsport engineer. That was the main aim. And so I was like, yes, I am on the right track. I had got into the one of the best universities in Germany, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So these are the things running, and of course, eat, sleep. Next day morning, wake up. You are landing in Frankfurt. Everything bright, clean, German language.
No, but I mean, Govind, when जब आप नई चीज़ें करते हो, अगर आपके सामने ये पता है आपको कि मेरे को कुछ चीज़ें नहीं है, बट सर्टेन थिंग्स आई नो. जैसे इफ़ आई गो टू अमेरिका फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, मेरे को पता है कि लोग इंग्लिश बोलते हैं. आई नो फ्रॉम सीरीज और टीवी सीरियल्स, आई नो अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ अमेरिका, राइट? You are boss, you're taking a first flight, you're going to Germany, कोई English ना, nobody speaks your language, just too much is happening new. So was there any part for excitement, or everything was just nervous butterflies in the stomach?
No, it was excitement. I was like, because see, the technology I knew, how the airplane works, I was already familiar with that when I was in 10th standard. My cousin brother was a pilot. So all those things were known. So it was, yeah, it was a plane. Yeah, fine. Yes, first time I'm flying. Yeah, the experience, when the engines roar on the runway, everything is fine. But when you land, actually, it was the other way around. I was literally looking around, wow, that's a Mercedes. Wow, that's an Audi. Oh, that's a Ferrari. Oh, it sounds so nice. Because till now, you have seen all those cars in Extreme Machines or fast cars. They and live hearing it. That was like really rock and roll music for me. That was fun. And again, same thing. It was like, thankfully, I had some seniors there. They had given some information. I always consider in any country, the first day, like this, on a country where you don't speak the language, if you are taken care of your first day, you are good to go.
Okay, so that is your testing mark.
And for me, the first day was that a senior came. He picked us from the airport, brought us home, and our apartment was already booked for us. And we signed the contract. Back then, we had to take a DD, dropped it in the bank account was open, everything was done. He showed where are the grocery stores, everything was set. The first day. So life became easy. This
So
I will
on the
connect
first
you.
day, all of this was done.
Yeah. So that
Wow.
because so you were fine, and it was a university town. So it was Aachen was almost 30,000 student university, and it's everywhere students. So one way or the other, you stumbled into a student, you can help you out or whatever it is, and so it was. Then it, let's say that excitement to fear just calmed down. There were people to help you out, and so it was good.
So the doubts, that the small doubts that you might have, or anybody else जिसने बोला होगा कि रामा क्यों जा रहे हो, मत जाओ, बहुत ही unknown country, that all just vanished away.
And that I muscled myself through. There were people who said, because my own family was like, everybody's in America, why are you not going to America? But my parents stood by it. If he wants to go there, let him go. But my father again is like, hope you survive and you get a job after studying.
We sent you to Chennai once and you were okay. So maybe Germany also you will be able to survive.
He was the same thing. He was like,
Huh.
you will, travel was not a problem.
Huh.
He's like, same thing. It's your life. My father always says only one thing, or my mother also. Whatever you want money for to study, whatever it takes, we will get it for you.
How was Germany? So when we started talking about it, we both got very excited with the names that you took of the cars and the engine noise, and oh, it sounds amazing. I mean, seriously, the first time you hear those engines roar, oh my god, it's like first love all over again, right? How was it, barring this part of it, where you get to see all the cars that you love? How was Germany? How was the culture? What was the culture shock there?
The cultural shocks were not heavy, but the reality started settling in. That in the sense now you have to start going to the classes, you have to study for exams. The exams patterns are completely different, and the rude awakening came in the first semester. I thought, I had it. I had a first class with distinction in India. I'll crack this. Go sit 5 exams, 3 fail, 2 pass. Then you start realizing, okay, they mean business here. You better start putting in the effort. That was one thing. Second thing is, of course, the cultural shock, the very famous Indian head shake. My German teacher's comment still rings in my head. It's like, Ram, this is yes and this is no. Don't do your Indian head shake. I said, yes, sure.
That is a yes and no.
I didn't understand what then she meant. Of course, then over the years, then you realize like, oh, yes, she is right.
Correct.
And those things, but learning languages, I found a lot of good friends. They helped me a lot, foreign friends especially. We are still today very good friends. Because of that, I also got to see the world as well. And so it is like when you go to a holiday to like Thailand or Switzerland, oh, it's amazing. And then after a week, then it becomes like, yeah, this is life. Now let me concentrate on life. So that's kind of settled in. And then once the first semester was done, then let's get going, finish off the course, because you are on a student loan. You have to pay back the loan. Luckily, I got a student job in an engineering company, thankfully. And so I was able to then take care of the expenditures and everything, and was able to finish it in regular time.
So once the routine kicked in, all those fancy things which looked fancy in the first shot were just now dimping down. और फिर समझ में आ रहा था कि बॉस अब रगड़ना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, no, that was there. And the first semester, one of the thing was like the discipline was lost, the exercise discipline. Because it was the first winter of my life, snowfall, yay! But then it's cold. You sleep near the heater, happily eat, sleep. So the 71 went all the way up to 90. That's what I said. So I lost the discipline. Didn't go to classes for a couple of exams. You just slept because it was just too difficult to wake up. And you are like, yeah, okay.
How was the first snowfall?
First snowfall was quite interesting. We see the snowfall, but again, that's day one, day two, yes, like
of course. But how was day one?
Day one was quite fun. You, like I said, whatever you see in the TV now, it is happening in front of your eyes. It was amazing. Good fun. You go outside and take it in the hand and see it how it is. Then you feel it's cold. Then you can run back in. And of course, the first snowfall, slip and fall down. Then you realize, oh shit, my shoe is not right. I have to get the right shoe. Then you start going into that clothing, and then your throat starts hurting. Then you get your shawls to cover your throat. All those things come in.
So it's actually a journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Figuring out कि जो euphoria हमको उसमें दिखाते हैं टीवी में, कि इतना अच्छा होगा, ये होगा, वो होगा. It's a journey actually. When you see this, all of this in front of you, it takes you a little bit of while to understand कि हमको क्या क्या करना है इसको enjoy करने के लिए.
Correct. Yeah. Whatever, how much ever you read nowadays, yes, ChatGPT is there. So that was the era when everything was slowly coming up, and we didn't even have a laptop. We bought a second-hand proper CPU machine in our room to have it for us. But yes, then slowly you learn, you adapt.
So once the routine got set, I think then फिर तो उसके बाद एक बार routine set हो गया, फिर तो उसके बाद then you are like course धड़ाधड़ चल रहा है, you are finishing your subjects. You ended your course when?
I finished it in 2008.
Oh wow!
So 2005.
Perfect time to finish any course in the world. 2008 crash.
Oh, that was a big crash. That was hurting.
What happened then? Once you finished the course?
So I finished right in the middle. So that's when
in 2008.
2008, straight in the middle. August, I had submitted my thesis already in June, and by October I had my degree in the hand. But by already even starting January, started applying. You hear the bubble is coming, and patak, it burst open, and job market fell. And Germany being and manufacturing market got hit hard because the sales slumped. Germany even went to sales. So it was hard. Since I finished, I cannot go back as a student engineering worker. So I had to get into a restaurant.
No. Sorry, this part again. Sorry, what was that?
So once I finished my course in Germany, your student visa doesn't allow you to go and work. You can work, but it becomes a different contract. Then the visa status changes and all those things. So I wanted to maintain the visa status to some time.
Because you wanted to stay in in Germany, in Europe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To some time till I find a job.
Hmm.
I was hoping that I will get a job in maybe 6 months. The
Hmm.
6 months became 10 months and it dragged on and on and on.
So you passed out in the middle of 2008.
2008.
October, you have your degree.
Yes.
From October onwards, you are free to work anywhere.
Yes.
And that is when the crash was at its peak.
Yes. Absolute peak.
And how many? This you are saying that it is starting from October until you are saying like 10 months.
Yeah. So I got a job finally or joined the job in end of May 2009.
Hmm.
So that's the thing.
Wow. Okay.
So-
What did you do?
Yeah, that's what. So I had to survive. So
Huh.
I didn't want to take money from my father. So I worked in a restaurant.
What
in the
work?
kitchen. In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, because I
One
wanted
of
to
the
cook.
one of the chef dream is coming true now.
Kind of, yeah. And you
Huh.
also even actually learn. I always say people, if you want to learn MBA, go to a big restaurant kitchen and survive that. And I was in a tapas restaurant kitchen. Right in front of me was the grill. And I used to be in the tapas making, which means frying all the things. My friends used to make fun of me. My hands were so numb to heat by then. By the end of 10th month, I can just take things from oven.
Oh my God. Okay. Huh. So this you did the cooking job for 10 months?
I had night shifts always, 2 to 3 times a week, mostly Mondays and the weekend rush. So weekend we used to be, and you get rotated also. So either one day you do wash the plates, one day you do the tapas, one day you do the runner.
No, so once again, so you are a chef there.
No, not a chef, chef helper.
Okay, sous chef. You are a
Whatever
cook
you
there,
want to
but
call it.
you also have to wash dishes.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, and you did that as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Finishing a degree, you didn't expect to do this.
Exactly
but-
my point कि यहाँ हम आए थे मास्टर्स करने मास्टर्स भी कर लिया I have 2 degrees in technical field
Yes.
and then you're washing dishes.
Yeah.
What was the psyche then?
I was still believing that, yeah, this too shall pass. The good times
But
will come.
रामा मतलब 10 महीने बहुत लंबे होते हैं.
Yeah, the grit was there, right?
हाँ.
Going back to the olden days of Tenkasi, going to school in cycle or whatever it is, always like face it. If you cannot give up just like that. You came all this way. Yes, there I fumbled upon a little bit on my dream of mechanical engineering, becoming a race car engineer because I didn't take the right steps inside Germany. And so now at least I have to survive. I have done this much, 90% is done. Let me at least get into industry. So that was the thing, and want to prove that whatever decision I took was also right. Maybe yes, I missed the discipline part a little bit, but now I'm back on track. Let me get this done. And that was like keep me going.
Oh. कभी बीच में फील हुआ कि घर चलते हैं यार हो गया 6 months in 8 months in कि वही रूटीन चल रहा है तपास के उसमें खड़े हुए हैं.
Yeah, one specific day. That was, I think, just before Christmas, around 23rd or 22nd December. So finished late in the kitchen. I missed the bus, last bus. So
You
I,
used to take a bus from restaurant to your
restaurant to my
house.
apartment. Yeah,
हाँ.
that bus was gone. Most of the time I lose it,
हाँ.
but that day was special because the restaurant work was also heavy. Then I missed the bus, so I sat there, had some food, and then started walking. Then I realized the bloody damn thing started snowing, and the walk is almost 5 kilometers up the hill.
Up the hill.
Yes.
Okay.
So I just kept walking, and reached the home all wet, cold, and I was like, yeah, do this more or leave. Sat in the bed and I was like looking at it. Then I said, almost here. Why to leave it? Then I said, okay, can't do it infinitely. Then I said, April will be the cutoff. By April, if I don't crack it, let me go back.
But before you even get to a logical point of लॉजिक बहुत बाद में आता है रामा इन सब चीज़ों में जब आप ऐसे बैठे हो यहाँ इस टाइप के मोमेंट्स में कि आप बहुत स्पेकुलेट कर चुके हो अपने आप को आपने बहुत वो कर लिया है तब आपको लॉजिक आता है जब आप वो वॉक कर रहे हो व्हेन यू आर वॉकिंग होम व्हाट वाज गोइंग ऑन इन योर हेड
I was like, what did I do wrong? What was running? Why? What? Everything, all that. Then I realized questioning is not going to help right now. It's only just pouring fire into the oil again and again. I just said, just walk and get back home. Take probably a hot shower. Then think about it later. And that's what I did. Then I said, April is the cutoff. Let me search for job a bit more rigorously. And that's what I did. And thankfully, touch wood, God's grace, I did land up a job. And for a job I would definitely say was not at all expecting in the country many people would even think.
Oh, okay.
So I landed with a job in Switzerland finally.
Oh, you went to Switzerland then?
Yes.
Okay. How was Switzerland?
Switzerland, when I went for interview, it was amazing. All those, again, cinema, Shah Rukh Khans and everybody,
Correct.
it was amazing. Yeah, come. And once you cracked it, it was like, yes, yeah. Finally, it was big relief. Yes, I got a job because I had borrowed money from my friends. I wanted to really repay them for all the help they did. And then I wanted, my father also said, I will give you the money. But he said, it's for you to close it. I said, fine. Bachelor, he said, was yours. That as my father, I'll do it. But master's is yours. I said, yes, done. So I was like, yeah, student loan is going to start. Let's do it, everything. And everything was fine. When the job was done, 2 suitcases, bag, going to Switzerland. I thought by then my German has improved amazingly. I was like, German, I will survive.
So, which part of Switzerland was this?
That was the big surprise when I landed. Come to the small station, La Gruyere cheese. I was not a big fan of cheese. Thanks to Switzerland, big cheese fan. Now go into the restaurant where I was supposed to go. She started with bonjour. I am like, bonjour, what is this language? Then I realized it was the French speaking part of Switzerland. Then I realized Switzerland has 4 languages in total actually, German, French, Italian and Romansh. And this was one of the hard French speaking part. I could not even order a single plate of food on that moment. And that's when I realized how much it was helpful when the seniors took me on the very first day. Here I was all on my own, absolutely no idea where to go, what to do, language I am not able to search. Go to first day office, all the big bosses are German speaking, all the mechanics, because I had also decided that I will not be in the digital world, I will be in the testing world. So meaning all my mechanics, our colleagues, blue collar workers are all French speaking.
No, but explain a little bit more on testing. Testing, not the software part of it.
Not the software part, pure test bench.
What test bench?
Machine. So which means the blue collar workers are all going to be French speaking. You can imagine. And your entire life is hanging in this job. Because after 10 months you got a job in Switzerland, dream country for many people, but the rude awakening of French. Then I was like, yes, challenge accepted, let's pick it up.
And then you learned French?
I learned French.
My God, you're multilingual, man. Seriously.
No, that gave me the confidence. Now learning a new language has become a hobby for me. So Duolingo, you might have seen my Duolingo now. So it's French and Spanish. So I started learning Spanish on my own. I use my engineering knowledge to connect the dots. I don't do grammatic. I am very bad in grammatic. I try to connect the dots through, okay, this language, the sentence was like this language is like this, so it should be like this.
I just want to take back you to one point. In between, you said that the dream was to get into motorsports. F1, get to a point of F1, right? But that did not happen. Now you're in another job. How did that feel like?
So many years later, I did come back to so Switzerland. Yes, it felt a bit there, but I was like I still doing good stuff which I always was passionate about, and this company especially felt very nice. And so it was also very interesting. It was like I am doing this thing. It's like real. Those extreme machines were coming back, so I was like quite happy, and I had to accept the fact. Yes, I missed it, but now I have to fall back. Now the life is started. I cannot sit and cry that what I did. But now what next? I have to quickly remember.
I think I've answered this question, but this has happened twice by now. That once was your armed services. That dream did not get through. Motorsports, that did not get through. By this time, do you have a kind of a understanding of how do I get out of these situations? It could really help people who are listening.
Yeah, definitely. I always say one thing is for sure. Don't lose your discipline. If you have focused on something, we can all see those kids in IITs, how they are getting through, how much focus. That is pure discipline. That if you put in the hard work of your wish with the discipline, you will definitely get through. And 90% of reaching something doesn't mean that the last percent, the last mile is actually the most important. Usain Bolt doesn't take off his speed when he reached just 10 minutes before he thinks he knows in the lead. No. Or that's how Milka Singh also lost his medal. You have to push it till the end and don't lose focus. And I'm not saying that just be a military style life. No. You have everything, but keep the focus when it is required. When those exam times are around or when you are planning something, keep the phone aside and just keep the focus on what you have to do and deliver it and have that grit. It will take pain, but once you reach it, the ecstasy when the dopamine hits, that's.
But you never got to reach your Indian Army, you never got to reach your motorsports. In those moments, how do you?
I found what is the second best. Thankfully, I always had the plan A, B, C. So I always work with plan. So at least I knew that I had a plan, fallback option. So I was okay. That didn't happen. It was my own fault. I have to accept it. But the second best, I have got it. So first rank is not there, but second rank I still is there. I am okay with that. Nevertheless, I always also had the other things to enjoy. So once when Switzerland, first 2 months salary, paid back all the friends. Third month I went and picked up my motorbike. I picked up a nice street naked bike, Yamaha XJ6, and I have it for 7 years. Until I came back to India, I had it. I had good fun with it. All my friends with whom I rode it. I still remember my mom telling, your dad couldn't sleep for 2 days. Because it's a big bike. So I was like, yeah, still fine. I had my fun. I enjoyed Switzerland where people wouldn't have seen those locations I seen because I just used a map, which means in one turn I missed the turn, I went somewhere. But suddenly you come to a lake, beautiful, nobody around, no tourist, sit there, nice small cafe, have a nice coffee, go.
But just going back to the point, so if you're not able to achieve your dream of whatever you are targeting for whatever reason, in your control, outside your control, you should have a plan B. Do also know that the fun does not disappear. You still go with your own discipline, like you said, keep on in that path, you will find fun stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I said. Life or food, salt has to be there and little bit of mirchi also. That makes the food taste better. If I am not, that's why asking people to say, don't be a complete saint or that's really hard. Yes, for 12th standard now, yes, before the NEET exam, all those things, because I also sat there, I also did that. But once you are in the college, yes, let loose a little bit. When the exams come, please prepare. Yes, that focus and dedication put in there. But at the same time, once the exams are done, go for it. With my friends, the second semester, I still remember those 3 guys made me literally sit and literally sat on my head, and I cleared 8 exams, including the 3 from the past and the 5. But the next day, we went to the best party of my life. So that's how it is. So
you have to balance.
You have to balance.
Work hard, party harder, but balance.
Exactly. Please balance. Don't.
There's a time to work hard. There's a time to party hard.
Exactly. Know your responsibility. Know your limits, and stop where it says like, yes, that's enough. Yeah, come back.
Amazing. Very nice.
Yes.
Now that you are done with your, you were the whole 7 years you were in Switzerland. Or you came back to Germany.
No, I came back to Germany. So
okay.
that's
Do
when.
tell.
Yeah. So same going back to 16th August 2001. At the airport, my father didn't do anything. Just hugged me, all the very best. I have one question for you. I was like, what? When are you coming back? I'm like, 21-year-old, I haven't even got into the plane, and when are you coming back? Some number came out, 10 years, I'll come back. And for me, actually, after going all these things, I also realized that home is home. Somehow, all the places, I got integrated amazingly because I picked up languages. I made friends because of that, or not because of that also. Good friends, still today, amazing friends, stay in touch. Then somehow it was like, yeah, probably time to go home. And with the Switzerland work, I was sure that I will probably. I started sending my CVs to India. They were like, "Why do you want to come back? You are in Switzerland. You are working in a mechanical company. Why do I was like, no, I want to come back home." They were like, "No, you are overqualified."
Just to give you perspective,
Yeah.
you are in one of, at least what we think is that Switzerland is one of the most beautiful locations.
Yes.
You are there. You are doing what you're most passionate about.
Exactly.
Anybody would ask that, क्या मतलब गोविंद क्यों वापस आना है और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में ऐसा?
I myself also asked the question couple of times, but it was always like home is home.
So was there was a lingering feeling inside जिसमें
Yes.
लग रहा था कि
Yeah, it was like I want to somehow felt let's go home. And of course my father and mother were also sitting on my head. I was bachelor back then, so matrimony was not happening. They were starting getting worried, son getting old, daughter getting old, and what to do. And that's when I stumbled upon a job posting and I applied. And I got into the company in Germany. And I made a gamble, let's say. And to be honest to say, that paid off.
okay.
Its dividend fruitfully. So though it happened not immediately, so I came back to Germany. I was there for 4 years. After 4 years, yeah, in that company, and thanks to because of that company, I was able to come back home, come to India to this company. What I am there,
Okay.
yeah.
Very nice.
So the gamble paid off.
बट वो गैम्बल कैसे ले रहा मैं बिकॉज अभी बैठ के डॉट्स कनेक्ट करना बहुत आसान है यार.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, it didn't happen overnight. I had to sit. So in that company, when I was there, in the second year only, I gave some interviews in India. Unfortunately, it didn't go through. So I started getting frustrated, and I was like, okay, probably just quit and go home and just sit there and search and everything. And then again, thanks God, touch wood, on the fourth year, the call came and they said, hey, come, let's go. I was like, done, thank you. And exactly because of that, you know the story, I met my future wife, then we got married as soon as I came back into India, and then the family, everything. Then rest is history.
अभी तक the story that you told,
Yeah.
you placed a lot of things on your gut feeling.
Yes.
Sitting now,
Yeah.
looking back,
Yeah.
when you're telling the story, how much do you think is fate and how much do you think is your hard work which came into play?
I always give the 99 to 1.
What is 99?
99 is the hard work, and you always need that 1% of luck. So the 99 here also coming back to Germany was that knowing that if I go to this company, I have a fair chance of coming back home. When, I don't know. That is the fate. And that exactly the when didn't happen immediately. And with a couple of downfalls as well. It's like, I was like, come on guys, I gave you interview, you said your contract will come tomorrow, it didn't come. And then suddenly one day the fate happened with out of the blue for a job which I would even call now also dream job. I was expecting, phone call came and it happened. But the gut feeling was always like inform yourself, definitely. By then the internet has picked up, thankfully. And also place your data, where you are, what you want to do.
Explain this further, place your data part.
So in the sense like, so I knew I was a mechanical engineer.
Correct.
So if I want to go to India, then I see what are the opportunities in India.
Correct.
So, and also the timing. So I knew that I was still a beginning engineer at around, by then was for 3 years. And when I came to Germany, then it grew until to 7 years. So I was like, the timing is also good. Still bachelor, so it will be even easier to come back. So all those things, put the data points together. So it also felt right. Push all the data together, and then
It will happen.
and that's when the gut says also feels nice. There is no butterfly. It says like this will happen. This will happen. And then put the trust there, and then unfortunately that 1% fate you have to wait.
I mean, I have known you. I have known quite a bit of stories that you've told here already. But now I'm just when I'm connecting the dots, it really feels like that you always had the grit to keep going on and on and on, thinking in your head that what I want will happen. I just have to be on this path. I just have to have that discipline. बस मेरे को इस पे चलना है, अपनी मेहनत करना है. And that is where your 1% luck then comes in. And then it happens.
Exactly. So that's why you have to put, but you cannot say I will put only this much effort and please go to God, I will put coconut. No, that won't happen. You put coconut for the 1%.
Correct.
And that will happen.
Correct. वो गॉड को भी देखना ना कि
हाँ.
तुमने काम किया कि नहीं किया.
हाँ,
बुलेट तो मैं
exactly.
लिख लूंगा बट
Exactly.
काम किया कि नहीं किया
He is
तुमने.
not going to give you laddu all the time.
हाँ. कई बार स्नो में वॉक भी करना पड़ता है उसके
Yes,
लिए.
absolutely. Absolutely.
है ना.
ना स्नो में वॉक करना पड़ेगा, then you end up what? See, Switzerland.
Then get a bike and then roam around the entire Switzerland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Last segment.
yes.
उसके पहले एक और चीज.
Yes, please.
A quick lightning fire round.
Yes.
Don't think, just answer. Fun answers, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Best German or Swiss food that you discovered?
German food, it is Kässpätzle.
What is that?
It's basically egg noodles with cheese
Oh.
and baked. It's making a German macaroni, you can say.
Oh, macaroni. Okay.
German style macaroni, but the
हाँ.
noodle is different.
हाँ.
Yeah.
Worst job that you had in the kitchen when you were working as a chef or sous chef?
A runner.
What is a runner?
The runner is
waiter?
no.
हाँ.
In the kitchen, the freezer is downstairs.
हाँ.
Whenever the chef or anybody was asking, even the plate washing guy, he will wash the plates and keep it. You have to come and load the plates into the kitchen. You just keep running that day. In that 4 hours, you will get 20,000 steps.
I did not know that there is a job.
Yeah,
That
it is
one person has only this job.
Yes.
That
During peak
take
kitchen hours.
things from point A to point B. It could
Yes.
be wash plates. It could be something getting from the fridge.
Yes.
Oh.
Or bring the trash out, all those things. It's
Huh.
just,
Point
it's
A to
called a,
point B, huh?
yeah, runner.
Runner.
Job. Runner.
Oh.
Because washing plates is still fine. I just have to stand in one plate, wash the plates and pull it. But the runner job, you have to keep running around.
And that is the worst ever job.
Your leg is gone.
Still speak French?
To some extent, yes. I picked up French again in Duolingo. I am at a decent level, right?
What was that one thing when you came back from Germany you miss?
Definitely my friends. And let's say some food and beverages. And of course my bike and car.
This was the part that you miss. Because you stayed there for a decade plus. You would have settled there in your own ways. What was that one cultural shock when you came back to India? क्या रे यार ये तो मैं भूल ही गया था ऐसा होता है.
So I am a no nonsense guy, you know that. And even before going from here also, I was a very disciplined guy because I got it from my grandfather. And after coming back, and that too after Swiss and German molding, time पे नहीं आ रहे हैं. 5 minutes में 1 minute also getting late. It's like slowly start irritating. What is this? And yeah, those type of things. But then you get used to it. You have to say accept that yes, you are back
Indian
home now.
standard time you forgot that it is couple of minutes or at times an hour later.
Yeah, even if you work for a German company, yes, but it's dumb happen. But nothing against it.
Of course.
There might be reasons,
Yeah.
but then you slowly adapt.
Correct.
And also you plan accordingly. And you also tell the people also your expectation very clearly. See, I am more time conscious, please, including my own spouse. You know that.
I know. Last question that we ask all of us guest Govind
Yes.
is that from your story, for example,
Yeah.
you have amazing grit.
Yes.
Like grit I've never seen before. You also place that 1% on God. What is that one piece of advice that you will give to anybody from your story so far?
My story so far is, guys, try to get a bit of thick skin. Because
Get a bit of
thick skin.
thick skin.
It is very important. Because in the current situation, lot of our own kids also, if you see from the gated community environment, how much they see outside, God knows. Will they, like my father put me in a bus and send it to Chennai, will it happen? Not now. So get the grit going. You need to fight for it. World is an unforgiving place. And you need to get that thick skin and put in the hard work with the discipline. Don't work like a donkey, work like a fox. At the same time, have that faith also that will happen. With that 1%, definitely it will happen. Because hard work alone is also not going to happen. Faith alone will not happen. You have to bring it together. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Amazing. Perfect. Anything else that you like to add?
No, thank you very much for the opportunity, I would say.
Thank you so much for telling your story. It's an amazing story.
Yeah, pleasure was mine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
और इसी के साथ आज की स्टोरी यहीं ख़त्म होती है. I hope something from this conversation stuck with you. Maybe a line that hit home or just a reminder that your circumstances don't define what's possible. If you found some inspiration or value here, please subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. It really helps us keep telling these amazing stories. And if you have a story of your own that deserves to be told, reach out to us. All the details are in the description below. Until next time, take care of yourself. Your story matters, and see you in the next one. Thank you.